Wait, hold on.
So this is how they make Skittles, huh? There's just like a factory full of elves just pulling sugar like this.
Everything's sticky. Hey everyone, I'm Claire, and today we're in the test kitchen, and I'm going to make gourmet Skittles. So I haven't had Skittles in maybe a decade, maybe more, but I'm really excited to try. Have you had one of these? That green one was a little weird.
Are these knockoffs, Claire?
You know what, though? They changed the green.
They changed the green?
It's the only one they've ever changed.
The green tasted weird. So I'm going to open from the little fun size. Grape, which is purple. Strawberries, red. Green apple, lemon, and orange. So 5 colors. They're kind of like UFO shaped. They're 12 millimeters in diameter. So each of them weigh 1 gram. The smell is very familiar, very nostalgic. When you crunch down on one, the candy coating on the outside kind of splits apart and fractures, and then you have that softer interior. The candy coating has the color, but the interior is sort of translucent, whitish. I just tried green. It has a sort of distinct kind of artificial green apple flavor. When I was a kid, the green was lime. I might go lime instead of green apple. Go back to the OG Skittle. Yellow, pretty good lemon flavor. Strawberry, too sweet. Grape, purple. Ugh. I want to try to soak it in some water to remove that coating. That color has almost completely come off the Skittles. This is very interesting because what this is telling me is that they coat the Skittles in whatever that hard shell is, and then they spray it with the color. I kind of want to try melting them down. I'm going to learn something about this by dropping it into cold water. That's going to give me a sense of the sugar concentration in this syrup. So you can see there's something called thread, hard ball, hard crack, soft ball, soft crack. So this to me is like softball stage. I heard that Kat really likes Skittles. Do you want to come try? What do you think we can improve? And then what do you think has to stay the same?
You can probably improve on the very fake flavor,
but improve upon everything except for the red one.
Mm-hmm.
You need a taffy-like interior.
The crunchy coating.
You got to keep the shape.
Yeah, I do sort of feel like they have to have color.
Yeah. Taste the rainbow, Claire.
Airbrush it on.
I don't know, an airbrush to order on Amazon. I'm going to do a little research online. We're going to go on Amazon, see what we can find.
Look, there's your colors.
I'm a little worried about these.
No.
I'm trying to not have any artificial color.
Well, that's fine. You don't need to use their dyes, but you're going to need that system.
You think airbrush one side, let it dry, flip them, airbrush the other?
And then, feather.
It's not a bad idea.
Think about the possibilities we can do in the future.
Yeah, I'm not sure there's a whole lot. All right, now it's time for my favorite part. I'm going to read the ingredients. Sugar, corn syrup, hydrogenated palm kernel oil, less than 2% of citric acid, tapioca dextrin, modified cornstarch, natural and artificial flavors, colors, parentheses, red 40 titanium dioxide, red 40, yellow 5, yellow 5, yellow 6, yellow 6, blue 2, blue 1, blue 1 lake, close parentheses, sodium citrate, and carnauba wax. Mostly what we got here is sugar. This is going to be a candy making process. You're cooking sugar to a certain stage. My goal is to replace some of those less appealing ingredients like hydrogenated palm kernel oil with stuff that's going to taste better. I'm stressed out by the color. I'm a little stressed about getting such a thin, even shell on the outside. Pretty much every step of this process. I really kind of have to just start somewhere and see what happens. I'm gonna mix together my ingredients for taffy. We're going for 270, which is between hardball and soft crack. Flavoring, I'm gonna use lemon extract and citric acid. We'll just leave that there until it's cool enough that I can start to pull it. Maybe I need to get some other people involved in this.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Claire, what are you doing?
I'm making taffy.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. You stretch
it. It's warm. I wasn't
it's warm. It aerates it and makes it like a fluffier texture. But it's not supposed to really break apart like this.
Claire, what do you got going on there?
I made taffy.
Oh. Watch where you point that thing. Not far off, though.
Flavor-wise.
Flavor-wise. I don't think
Could
it's
be
a
more
taffy
sour.
base. I think it's like a compressed. sugar thing. What?
No, I think, you guys, the problem is that I cooked the sugar too high. I need to cook it less.
So it stays more pliable?
Yeah. Ow, ow, it's still hot. Oh. What a difference this time from the first round where it just kind of became hard and stringy right from the beginning. And now I can kind of roll it into a rope. The way that I'm able to kind of compress it in my hands. So that's, I think, a good sign. When I pull it, you know, it still turns into that kind of thread. But I'm going to taste it and see. Kind of good. Hey, Brad, it's good, right?
It's good.
It's sour.
It's still a little too...
I know. I know.
You get that? Skittles don't do that.
Instead of mixing in the citric acid and the flavoring before, I could really kind of working the mixture together and then taking that and working that in to the taffy as I'm pulling it to get that graininess. And we'll see you back here tomorrow. Here we are, it's day 2. I have a new plan for today. When I cut it, I don't want it to have that kind of shattering texture where it kind of breaks off. So I'm going to drop the temperature a few degrees. Maybe I'll cook it this time to around 250. Make a mixture of granulated sugar, tons and tons of lemon zest, and citric acid. Sour. I love it. I'm going to work in that mixture. I don't want to get overly excited because it's only day 2, but it's really good. Oh, you guys want to try? Would you say that I nailed it?
No.
Why?
Because you can't chew it.
But
I have something in my head where it's like compressed sugar.
Brad, that is not a thing.
No.
Will you guys be nice?
It's so firm. Is
Yeah.
this having worked sugar into the taffy?
Mm-hmm.
More sugar. Maybe that'll break that.
It's just a little hard to
chain.
work. It's just a little hard to work that stuff in at that stage.
That's where the compression comes in.
Brad, I have no. What are you even talking about?
You need some.
It's just
quality
softness.
That's like softness.
Yeah. So maybe more butter, maybe more fat, which will keep it soft for sure. So the color you can obviously see is much darker. I think because of the added fat in there, it is really not holding together. This did not work. One idea is to add that fat at the end. It looks a lot better than it did the last time. Whoa. The texture is so different with that extra butter in there. Jesus, this stuff is crazy sticky. God. But it feels good. It feels really good. I'm excited about this. It's starting to firm up quite a bit and really set. It's cool, it's workable, it's not so crazy sticky, but it's still soft. Now I'm going to use the parchment to really compress it. This is really a much different texture. I'm really happy that I can slice it. I really think we hit on something here. It actually tastes really good. Chris, give that a taste.
That's real tart.
Which I like.
Little crumbly.
Yeah, it's maybe a little crumbly. Brad.
This is definitely the best.
The
one.
closest, yeah.
If it was a little firmer, it'd be perfect. Maybe just compress it.
We're gonna try. Brad and I fashioned out of 2 1/8 teaspoon measures this nifty little compressor.
Yes, recommendo.
So I want to try forming one in it. Oh my god, it kind of worked.
Yeah, heck yeah, it worked. I've been saying it for 2 hours. Now, this is what you gotta do. What do you use, 1/8?
Yeah.
You gotta find smaller ones.
I don't think they don't
No,
make
we gotta
smaller.
order 'em.
The idea of being able to just press it together and make one is that's definitely the way to go.
I think if it was a little harder to squish.
Yeah, maybe I'll cook it a little firmer.
And that's it.
I'll go back to maybe 250. I'm going to try the other flavors. Lime, orange, freeze-dried strawberries, which I'm going to pulverize. Good. All right, go time. Everybody is going to grab a flavor. Okay, so then, Molly, it's kind of in this motion. Brad, what is that?
It's the stuff you gave
Can
me.
you pick it up? Stretch.
This is gross.
You're kneading it.
Isn't that stretching?
No, it's not. Got to stretch. So once yours kind of looks like Brad's, see how satiny his looks? Let's do it.
What are we doing?
Everyone, into your bowls. Here, can I see yours?
Never eat
Why is yours
candy
so
again.
greasy?
Yours is greasy.
They're all greasy. The insides of Skittles are not colored.
I know. But we're trying to do natural flavors.
Right.
So here we have our 4 flavors. I'm going to taste them. The nice strawberry flavor, good balance, not too sweet, not too sour. Orange. Really good concentrated flavor. The lime has really nice sort of bitterness in a good way from the zest. And then the lemon, super tart, really good. They all have that kind of pleasant grittiness. So I think what I'm going to do is just leave them in the bowl, cover them with parchment, and then tomorrow we're going to attempt our candy coating. Feels very good. Much, much firmer. We ordered even tinier teaspoon measures, so I can at least use these to portion them out, and then I'll just shape them by hand. So I've been trying to think of how you can make this shell that's so thin. So one idea was to make essentially a very thin royal icing. So royal icing is traditionally a mixture of egg whites and sugar, and it hardens. I think it's a really good idea. It's actually not that good. I need it to be thinner. So I'm gonna start over and just make a regular old royal icing, and hopefully no one dies of salmonella from the raw egg whites. It's definitely taken on a more opaque and less translucent color. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and start testing. I don't know, guys. I don't know if this is really working. It's just like dripping all over the place, and it's not really coating evenly. It would be easier if there was something that hardened on contact. I think we should try dipping them into like a hard candy shell that we cook on the stove. That enthused about that option. Sugar is hydroscopic, so my concern is that, and over time, it will actually pull water out of the filling and out of the air, but it's probably worth the test. Let's try it. This is definitely hardening pretty much on contact. The coating is not white, but c'est la vie. Oh my God, it's pretty good. You can see that thin coating around the sides. Tasty. I wonder really if what I should do is pour it over all of them. I could try getting them all skewered and then pouring the caramel over. Perfect. It's so cold in here. And these were getting too soft to work with, so we came in here to slow down that process. Yes, here we are, back again. I'm going to put together that caramel mixture again for the coating. I'm not sure this is working at this stage, and I should also put on a glove. I don't think this is the way. It's too thick. I don't love the idea of using 300-degree hot sugar. It's melting the Skittles. It's too hard to work with. I don't really know what to do. So
Going into week 2.
yeah,
Really?
yeah. I did some research. I looked at some candy books over the weekend. So my new idea is to make pastillage. It's a sugar mixture, has gelatin in it, that basically becomes a sort of like modeling clay texture, and you can roll it out, cover the centers like ravioli. Oh my God, it's so cute. Look at it. I'm done. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being like I created a Skittle, 0 being like burn the test kitchen to the ground, maybe like 8. The ones over here are kind of the first ones that I did, and they're starting to harden. I feel pretty good about it. I'm going to do some of the other flavors. You hear that? It's starting to get hard, which is great. And when you press down on it, it breaks apart the way the Skittle kind of breaks apart. I feel like we've come pretty far, but I draw the line at making my own food coloring. So we are going to use the food coloring that came with this whole airbrush kit. Oh no, there it goes. It looks like blood spatter. It looks like Dexter. Turn up the pressure. There we go. I'll stick these guys in the walk-in to try to get them in front of the big fan so that they dry faster. Okay.
Oh, wow.
So here they are. I think we're just going to taste the strawberry, guys. Mostly because I have the most of those, and we need the rest to shoot video of the final one. So I didn't do grapes, so we didn't show this part on camera. We ordered freeze-dried grapes to try to do like the strawberry, but I tasted them, and they're Like, they have no flavor, just on account of, I don't like grape. We didn't do grape.
Plus, they ugly.
Yeah, exactly.
You 100% got the shell, which I was.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's like a very clear difference between the inside and the outside, which is good. Flavor, much fresher. Pretty spot on, too.
Thank you.
Not as tacky.
Not as tacky.
It's good. I like it.
It's definitely authentically strawberry.
Yes.
Overall, I feel like we did it, and I can never do it again, and it'd be fine. This is how I make Skittles. In each of 4 bowls, combine 6 tablespoons sugar and 2 teaspoons citric acid. Finely grate zest of 4 limes into one bowl, 3 lemons into another, and 2 oranges into a third. In the 4th bowl, add 1 ounce pulverized freeze-dried strawberries and mix. Set aside. In a large saucepan, combine 3/4 cup water, 4 tablespoons butter, 1 cup light corn syrup, 2 cups sugar, 3 tablespoons cornstarch, and half a teaspoon kosher salt. Stir over medium-high heat until sugar is dissolved, then stop stirring when mixture comes to a boil. Cook, washing down sides with a wet pastry brush until mixture registers 250 Fahrenheit. Remove from heat and whisk in 8 tablespoons butter in pieces. Pour mixture onto 4 greased, small-rimmed baking sheets and let sit until cool enough to handle. Get 3 of your friends to help you start pulling and stretching the mixtures until candy is opaque and starting to hold its shape. Cover and chill candy until set, then scoop into level 1/8 teaspoons and roll between palms. To make pastillage, soften 1 tablespoon powdered gelatin in 1/3 cup cold water in liquid measuring cup for 10 minutes. Whisk 4 cups powdered sugar, half a cup cornstarch, and a pinch of cream of tartar in a medium bowl and create a well in the center. Submerge sides of measuring cup in a saucepan filled with 1 inch of barely simmering water and stir to dissolve gelatin. Pour into well and stir with a spatula to incorporate most of sugar. Knead mixture until all of sugar is incorporated and pastillage is smooth and supple. Keep covered. Roll out half teaspoon sized pieces of pastillage with a wooden dowel until paper thin. Fit a ball of filling inside and spritz with water. Then press into an 1/8 teaspoon measure, cover with pastillage overhang, pinch to seal, and trim excess. Repeat with all flavors. Let dry uncovered at room temperature completely, then airbrush with food coloring in corresponding colors. It's a long one.
Oh, wow. Are you feeling good about it?
Yeah.
So we're going to do this again tomorrow, or what's the deal?
Literally never again.
Never.
As long as I live. That's how I
That's
feel
the
at the end of
only
all of
running
these.
thread through all of
Yeah.
these.